this in spirit. She's down on the porch doing her homework. Today was, what do they call them days when you have to stay home and do your work?
AMI.
Yeah, AMI day, due to the recent influx of flu. All right, we're at Cora's Anel. She wanted to know the answer. They have not been super active.
Oh, I just saw a bee going in with pollen.
Now, that was, okay, so for all intent and purpose, that should mean we have a queen.
Because you'd kind of thought.
I really kind of felt like that we had made a loss.
But it's not been warm enough for you to check.
On the first winter, but no, this has not been warm enough for me to get out here and really know the answer.
I got him.
So there's the great thing, one of the many great things about an Anel hive. These bees don't have to move as much to stay warm. They don't have to expel extra energy to do that, which means pantry stays full, bees stay fed.
For anyone who doesn't know, you want to tell them what that glob of stuff on top is.
Yep, so, well, 2 globs. Here's what I'm fighting right at the moment. This is propolis, a bee manufactured glue. That white card was where we did their ApiGuard treatment, and then I in turn utilized it for Pro Winter.
Which is like a winter feed.
Pro Winter is your high carbohydrate, low protein hive saver. Okay, more honey.
And they haven't utilized, have they utilized any of that Pro Winter?
Very little. You saw they were up there when we opened it.
It looks like they got plenty of honey.
But honey is not an issue. And the greater of the things about it all, the main cluster of bees is in the bottom box.
Which is not
your constant for this time of year in our apiary especially. What that does tell you is that's how much warmer these bees run over winter. So what we got is bees up here uncapping, uncapping and moving honey to the cluster, and there's old mama up here high.
Oh yeah, she's big queen.
Exercising her rights.
I'd say extra large.
That's a good looking queen. She just up here chilling with the crew.
Point just in case. I mean, I think.
Well, as big as she is, yeah. I think they got her. So here's the overwintered mama in Cora's Anel. So
that is a big queen.
Cora I can tell Cora to rest easy. Here's what I did want you to do, Corinne.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep an eye on her. You step right here to my left and film. Those bees are still on about 4 frames in that deep box. As you know, with our wooden boxes, that's not how it is.
Yeah, for sure.
So, of course, still got a strong, super strong colony in here. These bees just don't have to, they don't have to move. They don't have to get out and do anything other than their cleansing flights over winter. Which that's great. That's another reason why these hives are so awesome. Did I cover all that where it makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
I get it. These hives are awesome. I could leave it at that. Reason being, insulation. This has just been an eye-opener for me with how well the honeybees do.
Look at this little bee. What's wrong with it? Not that there's anything wrong with it, but
Well,
what is that?
it is a little bee, but it is not a honeybee. What kind she is, I have no idea.
Oh, it just flew off. Okay.
Something that's coming around looking for a handout. Speaking of handouts, why am I missing a frame?
You set it down on the ground. It was empty.
The one frame of honey that they have consumed. That's incredible. Well, year 4 for Cora and the Anel and bees staying alive. Treated bees. Treat the bees. Keep the bees fed. Make sure the bees have got the honey. Make sure they've got the...
And she'll be glad to know, because John had told her he thought she may have lost them when we had that real cold.
And that was, when John's basically looking at...
In comparison.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Having always had wooden hives, it showed the classic signs of not having bees. But the minute Corinne said one just went in with pollen, that was as good an indicator. And since today was really the first day that they would have carried natural pollen in 2025, I'll bet if we would have been willing to break seals and continue picking and going to the bottom, we would have found brood. I would say that she's got brood, wouldn't you, based off what you saw inhabiting frames below the honey super? Sheer numbers.
I would definitely agree with you.
Yeah. That's great. That is great. That's always a plus when one that you think has expired is still rolling and strong. They just don't have to work at staying warm. They don't burn through their overwintered stores. They come out and cleanse flight and go home. The rest of it is simply bee world on the inside.
And it is funny how they prefer the blue side, one side where they're going in.
They love the blue gate. These bees have, since day one, have operated off the blue gate. I'm not telling you they don't come occasionally and leave out of the yellow or even go in, but this is 90% their front door. That is, we use the blue door. Must be a rule. Anyway, that'll make Cora happy. We appreciate you coming up here and going through this with us. Glad it turned out like it did. Till we see you again, roll that beautiful bee footage.